Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Frank Opinions with myself, Adam,
And I'm Tasker.
and I am glad that we are here to talk to you because Frank Opinions almost ended last night.
Very,
Done.
very true.
Off the air. Gone. Friendship ended. Let me give you a little backstory before we get into the movie. So when I was at my day job, the thing I have to do because this isn't monetized yet.
Not yet.
Uh yeah, please stick with us when it gets ads. We need money too. So I was posed the question at work because I've been the resident comic book guy at work. So we actually hired another guy that actually equally likes comic books. So finally, someone to talk to. But it was posed the question, who was my favorite Batman? And I actually go with Val Kilmer. I just, his character, I liked him well. There's been a lot of Batmans. I really can't say any of them's done a bad job. They've all done good in their own way. But there's something on like his Val Kilmer's character. I feel like really portrayed it really good. Now, a lot of people might get flack over this because of the Christopher Nolan series, but you got to think that story also helped build Christian Bale's Batman. The story was just phenomenal. So I still think Val Kilmer played a better Bruce Wayne because he just has that luxurious look to him. That back then. Now he's got a little older now. Times got a little harder. He didn't have the Lazarus pit that Tom Cruise is in, but
Yeah.
he just had that air to him of like just like high class luncheon, and he just played that part well. But then Tasker tells me a complete lie. It has to be a lie
Listen.
on
I know,
who
I,
his favorite Batman is.
I know it was late last night when we was talking about this, and you weren't dreaming. This is still the truth. My favorite Batman is the one and only Ben Affleck.
Like someone just listening to this swerved off the road. I hope they're okay and that no injuries came to them. But you heard that correctly. Tasker's favorite Batman is Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck. I mean, it fits. It worked for me. His Bruce Wayne, his Batman, everything it worked. Now that's not knocking Val Kilmer or any other one. I mean, they all have done great. How you said, like, they all have their best version. But I think Ben Affleck's my Batman.
That moment of silence right there was for everybody who had lost their fate in every review Tasker's ever done. But like I said, he's just at the bottom of my list. Very close to the guy that's portraying Batman in DC Titans.
I'd put him at the bottom.
I said I said Affleck is right there near him, like
Well,
he's still above him.
Affleck should be up higher. He should be at least in your top three.
No, I told you it's Kilmer, Bale, Keaton.
See, for me, it's Affleck, Keaton, West, right there. All three of them are. I mean,
Yeah, but we
closely.
discussed this last night. West is in his own category.
I know.
The man was Batman for like decades,
Until
like
Keaton.
until Michael Keaton came around. So West was he was the TV show Batman. He was a hardcore the original comic Batman.
Yeah.
So he's in a class of his own. No one can ever be compared to Adam West. So if he's ever, I mean, it won't ever happen. You know, it just no one's ever going to compare to him.
No.
But we'll get off this topic since we took up some of our time. If you listened to the last podcast, we told you about this month we're doing movies about traveling and getting together. So here we are with the next week of it. So we're going to jump right in to Tasker's movie, which is a more modern movie. Again, I pick another older movie, but we're going to start with We Are the Millers. Take it away, Johnny.
Oh, we're the Millers. I mean, it's about you got Jason Sudeikis. Sudeikis. How do you say his last name? How would you pronounce it?
Sudeikis.
Sudeikis.
I thought this was the movie that had Ice Cube in it.
What?
Or was that Meet the Benjamins?
Meet the Benjamins. I don't even know what that movie is.
Oh, okay. Anyways.
We're the Millers. You got this guy. He's a drug dealer, and he's basically that's his whole life, just drug dealing. And then he comes up with gets robbed, and then his boss, which is played by Ed Helms, comes to him with this opportunity for him to travel to Mexico and bring back a smidge of marijuana. Smidge and a half. And then Jason has to get a family together because he gets the idea of a family crossing Mexico. They won't be able to. No one's gonna look at him twice.
Yeah, no one's gonna suspect a family.
Yeah.
Carrying enough marijuana to kill Willie Nelson.
Yeah. Yeah.
You said this was a smidge of marijuana. There's enough fucking weed here to kill Willie Nelson.
And that's the movie kicks in. It starts off comical. Him with the teenage neighbor boy, Kenny, big old tall geek guy. Which, in fact, Will Poulter, that's the actor. Have you seen him lately?
No, I haven't seen him lately.
He's been cast in Guardians of the Galaxy 3 to play Adam Warlock, and this man is buffed up.
Is he really?
He does
I love Adam Warlock. Like, that was a cool character.
Listen, just picture him. We're the Millers, the skinny guy.
Right, Kenny,
the goofball. Yeah,
right. Jesus, Kenny.
He almost. I mean, he's like the size, almost like the Rock. I mean, not the Rock, but I mean he's up there.
Oh, that's
big
bullshit.
Chain.
What's his name again? Give me his name. I'm looking him up while you're explaining your movie.
Will Poulter, Poulter, I think.
Like poultry?
It might be Poultry. I don't know how you say his last name.
Anyways, Will Poulter.
Yeah, just take a look. But I mean they get an RV, and then it's got references from other movies and stuff. Kenny's looking at the Jason. He's like, "You need a disguise to get through Mexico." And he's like, "Oh yeah, let me get a disguise. What's the best Halloween traditions going around right now? Bane mask?" Or starts mimicking Bane. I mean, from beginning to end, the movie's just, you're laughing pretty much the whole time, and then it's also got a meaning at the end. Caring about other people, like you grow to bond, and they're not really your family, but you spent some time, and now they are your family.
Yeah, I looked him up here. Yeah, he's a lot more jacked. He's way defined, and he's got his hair all done up, and he's got a cut jawline, and he looks a lot like fucking John Cena. Holy crap! At least he acts way better than John Cena. But yeah, he is jacked, man. Yeah, he got buffed up for Adam Warlock. It's the MCU. They're only good-looking people are superheroes. So
right.
Right. I mean, it's just how it happens. Except for Black Widow, but that's a totally different story on Red Guardian. He's my Captain America. But Yeah, the We Are Millers. That awesome movie. There's so many funny scenes in that you can't even begin. Like, I've watched it a couple times, and it's still just funny as shit to me.
Yeah.
Like, oh look, she's leaving with a tattooed guy on a motorcycle wearing no helmet. What's the worst that could happen?
She's pregnant already.
Yeah, make sure
And
you
then-
don't use protection.
And then his tattoo on his chest,
Oh,
no
yeah.
regrets.
Yeah, classic. You have no regrets? No, not one single letter. Nope.
I love all the letters.
Yo, my name's Scotty P. You feel me?
That's
Well,
what
Or
Yeah.
you hear
he's
me?
like.
Well,
He goes.
I'm
You
a
know what I'm
human that is
saying?
yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm an alive human being, so yeah, I heard you.
He does it again. He's like, I'm glad you're checking up on me on that.
Oh, there's so much awesomeness in it with the spider where it goes in, it crawls up his leg and bites him on the balls.
Yep.
And they're like, just drop your pants. It's like, yeah, just do it. No, there's no way of doing it. Come on, it's not like we haven't seen a dick before. Yeah, we've all seen it. They look at her like,
Yeah.
and then he drops him and is like, oh, you're dead. He passes out. If he's dead, we're leaving him.
Oh my god! And then him just singing, waterfall song.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
he just took it for his own. Which I saw that was his idea. Like that was his idea to put that in the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what I saw. I was like, oh, okay.
You guys are getting paid for this?
It's got so many like. I mean, it's still. I mean,
Oh,
it came
man,
out in 2013. It's still got some quotes. It's still.
Oh, yeah.
Relevant.
Like, remember when Jennifer Aniston is like swaddling that bag of weed that fell out of the cabinet?
Oh yeah, old
And then
LeBron.
Yeah, right. And the other family's wanting to see it, and she don't know what to do. She just throws it in the road.
He gets run over by semi trailers, cars.
It's like twice the truck runs it off. And they're screaming like, ah! It was a project baby. It wasn't real. It was like, one of the things you get for home ec, you keep it over the summer. And it teaches you why you shouldn't, why you don't want kids. Oh God! Remember when they're at the campground playing charades, and
Oh,
Kenny's drawing up there?
he's just drawing, and
It's
they're
a
like,
slash. It's a slash. It's a board. It's a penis. It's a penis. Oh, it's a big black hawk. Oh, black hawk down. It's a skateboard.
it's
Wow.
a skateboard. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Then later on, he's like, chill out, Black Hawk Down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. It was the whole. I mean, it's definitely an adult humor movie.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and I mean, good cast. They worked well together. They, it even with it being a wild movie, there's still a moral ending to it.
Yep.
So,
Which there was talks of them doing a second one, but I guess that fell through.
yeah, I think they should just leave it at that one, just as a good.
Yeah, because I really don't know how you could do a second one without
Good.
ruining and redoing.
That's quite a rig you got there, amigo. Oh, yeah. Thanks. That's quite a rig you've got there, also. Oh man, I'm trying to think back to. Oh, dude, another part I cracked up on. Remember, he's sitting there and he was like, "I need you to give me a haircut of a guy that works a 9 to 5 job and takes 20-minute breaks on the pooper just to avoid his boss."
Yeah,
And
then
there's a guy sitting in the background. He's like, "This haircut right here."
yeah, he's like,
He was like,
he's talking.
"Yep, give
he's
me
like,
that one."
he's like the finally put the courage finally to get to the day to put a shotgun in my mouth. I'm excited. He's like, right here.
Yep, right here.
He's like, yep, that's the one.
Then when Jennifer Aniston's doing the strip dancing,
Yeah.
he's like, Kenny, that's your mother.
That's your mother. Have some respect.
Remember when she's working the strip club and the club owner comes in there and he's like, hey, guys out here requesting a special lap dance from you. She's like, oh, who is it? He was like, I don't know. He smells and you better be careful. He's got a claw for a hand.
He's got two claw hands.
Yeah. She's like, oh my God.
Yeah, she's like, how do we let him back in? And the guy's walking out. He's like, I don't know. He must have picked the locks. Oh.
So yeah, definitely. I mean, what's your FOFR score?
See,
Frank Opinions film rating.
I watched it and I was like, I'm gonna give it an 8.3.
See, I'm gonna give it a solid 7.
I got you.
I mean,
See,
obviously they pulled from a lot of movies.
Yeah.
To build this one, so they took little tidbits of all kinds of classic movies and made this one into an adult humor movie. So I like it. I mean, it's not real original, but it's a fun time.
Yeah, it's definitely one to check out.
Yeah, so if you got a group of friends together, definitely, probably, I would say at least 16 plus.
Yeah. Yep.
But because you had to be that age to get a lot of the humor in it. So, moving on, my road trip movie for this go round is the one and only The Great Outdoors. Dan Aykroyd, John Candy, just an awesome movie. A little tidbit on it: when I was in Hollywood, California, and I was at Universal Studios, and I took the backlot tour, the Great Outdoors cabin is still built on the set by the lake because they never took it down.
Nice.
And that same lake that's in Great Outdoors is no other than the ocean for Amityville in Jaws. So the lake that you see him jet skiing in is also the Amityville Ocean where Jaws lives. And I think they said every so often there, they'll actually let you buy special tickets, or they used to. This was pre-COVID. Mm-hmm. Let you buy tickets, and they would show Jaws on the they have a big billboard up there that they use for green screening. But it's white to begin with. But they'll project the Jaws movie onto that whiteboard, and you float out in the water on some kind of floating apparatus of your choice.
Yeah.
And watch Jaws.
I've seen that before.
While floating in where Jaws was filmed.
That'd be cool. Something. Yeah, that'd be something.
Be a cool experience. But anyway, so The Great Outdoors is basically about John Candy and his wife and 2 kids are going on a trip up in the mountains just to get away from city life. So they pack up, head up, they rent out a cabin, and then the uncle, which is his name's Roman in this, is Dan Aykroyd. Him and his family, you eventually find out, he's a con artist. He tries to chase these big ideas, gets people to invest, and then loses all their money because he's not very good at it. But they play this super rich family like they're super successful and try to fool everyone.
Yeah.
So they're supposed to go on a vacation, and they'd always played it off to be Europe. But they don't have the money to do it. So they just invite themselves up to John Candy's cabin to spend the week with them. And the first thing they roll up, and his wife's like, it doesn't seem like they're expecting any guests. And she was like, "Did they invite us?" No, they didn't invite us, but they're gonna be glad to see us. They're gonna be super happy. They go there and it's like, and like before this, like John Candy's telling his wife because their kids are out exploring the town. The kids are older teenagers, and he was like, "We can get totally naked and run around this house. It's just us." And they're in the process of getting naked when Roman comes in, video camera, and he's got, this is in the 80s. He's got the big old VHS camera.
Yeah.
He's like, "What do we have here?" And he was like, John Candy was like, "I was wondering that myself." But then it just starts this series of events because there's quintessentially city people up in the wilderness in this cabin, and this is one of the most notable, quotable outdoor movies ever made. Like, there's a scene in it where a bat gets inside the cabin and like chases all of them outside. This thing's flying around. They come back in. Dan Aykroyd's got a waste basket on his head, and I think he's got a broom. And John Candy comes in with his hood up and a handkerchief on with a tennis, like a badminton racket and a tennis racket, or a fishing net and a tennis racket. And they're trying to catch this damn bat flying around, and they're beating the hell out of each other. And they finally lands with John Candy's face, and he gets the net put over him, and Roman walks him outside with the net over his head while the bats are stacking him. It's just awesome. Like, then all the whole time Roman's his angle is he's trying to get John Candy, which his name is Chester, in this, which he doesn't like to be called Chester, but
Yeah.
he's to get him to invest like $25,000. But oh god, they go and they rent a boat, and the boat's called Suck My Wake. It's a big supercharged, just like flat bottom or like Glastron boat is what it is, like super high horsepower. And Chester gets it out of the water, and he's like starting revving it. And he's like, "You've got it in neutral." And he's like, "You gotta put it in drive." He slams it and just drives up on shore with it.
Yeah.
But then they get it back in the water, and this time Roman's driving it, and John Candy's got a hold of the. They're getting ready to send his little boy up to water ski, and they're all looking back, and John Candy gives him the old, like, "We're getting ready" wave. And Roman's like, "Oh, I guess he's gonna do it. He's saying go." And he gasses that boat, just freaking sucks him off the dock. And like he's holding his own, man. He's back there and he's like, "Roman, you bastard! Yeah, I hate you, bastard!" And they're like, "What's he saying? I don't listen." "You bastard!" He's saying go faster. He mashes it, and like he's going straight towards the dock, and like the ropes clotheslining boats and people's dock dunking, and he's like knocking the flags off of them and stuff. He's like, "I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die." He makes it through there. He's like, "I didn't die. I'm still alive."
Yeah.
But he rides it out, and everybody's like, "Yeah, that's awesome." And it's so funny because the whole movie is just Roman and his family ruining their family trip.
Yeah.
He was like, "Roman's kids are just weird. I'm just waiting for their heads to turn 360 and they start throwing up everywhere. That's terrible. You don't say that about them." He's like, "They creep me out." I just love it. Then they go to a steakhouse where the steakhouse is known for what's called the 96er, which was a 96-ounce steak.
Yep.
And they ask the waitress, they're like, "Has anyone ever done it before?" She's like, "Oh, no, not in my lifetime." So they throw this 96-ounce steak out. It's massive. And they was like, "Well, you got it. You finish everything. Everybody's meals are free."
Yep.
So like, he starts in on it, and he gets all the way to the last bite. He's shaking. He's pale. He's sweating. He bites it. He gets it. Everybody's clapping. They're watching. He's got the whole crowd around him at that point. And Roman turns around to this massive cook, this butcher, a big dude. And he's like, all right, he's finished. No, he's not. Yeah, he's got one bite left, but he'll get it down.
Yeah, he'll knock it out.
And he was like, no, he's not finished. He's, what are you talking about? The only thing that's left on there is gristle and fat. And he looks at him and he was like, mm-hmm. He was like, oh. John Candy was like, no. And he's like, listen, if I get the big guy to throw down the dessert, you can throw in some Buccaneer hats for the kids. Oh my gosh. But the whole trip hinges around like two big stories that are always in the background. And one's this bear that basically terrorizes the cabins. It's a grizzly bear. And a grizzly bear is a protected animal, so you can't kill it. So there's a local man that always shoots it with the lamp gun. Which is, it's a gun with a light bulb screwed that's basically got a lamp on the end of it. And like, for some reason, he plugs it in when he shoots it. So the lamp lights up and he'll shoot and it just shatters glass all over. So the last time that the bear was shot, it was shot in the head, which blew all the hide off of it. So it was the legend of the bald-headed bear at that point. It's like he tells the story and all that. And the kids get lost one night in an abandoned mine. And it's raining and it's flooding in, and they hear him down there, so they run back to the house to get the stuff to get him out. And like, he goes into the shed to get the rope, and he's like, where's the rope? Oh, spider, big spider, big spider.
Yeah.
And they get it. Well, at the same time that he gets it, Roman actually slides down the shaft, gets the kids, and gets back out. But John Candy don't know this. So when he goes back to get him, that grizzly bear lives in that shaft.
Yep.
He throws the rope down, and the grizzly bear grabs it. It's a fight between him and the bear, and he's like, Jesus, girls, you guys, we got to talk about losing some weight. Because he's pulling up this grizzly bear.
He's pulling around the tree, and it pulls him back. He's like, oh my God, what are we doing here?
And that big old bear comes out, and he takes off running. And he gets back to the cabin, shuts the door, and he's leaning against it. And John Candy's a big guy. And he's out of breath. And they're like, oh, hey, big guy. It's good you made it back. And he's like, we're making sandwiches. You want one? And he's like, big. Oh, big. You want a big sandwich? All right. No. Big. Big bear. Oh, you're a big bear wants a big sandwich. All right. No. Big bear. Big bear chase. About that time, the bear knocks the door down, and it lands. The bear standing on the door on top of John Candy, and it looks over at him, and just starts jumping.
He starts bouncing off of him.
Like it's a trampoline. The bear's like, and then it goes over there to where the sandwiches are being made, and they're like screaming and throwing lunch meat stuff on it. And John Candy puts the door back up.
Gets back up, and he's like trying to put the door back up. I love it.
And he's like, big bear chase me. Big bear chase me. And like he's like gets it, and then like all the commotion, the neighbor hears it, and he comes in, he kicks the door in again. He's got the lamppost gun, and he shoots it right in the butt and blows the hide off of it.
He hooks it up, and John Candy looks at him. He's like, "It's a lamp gun. What are you gonna do?" And he's like, "It's loaded."
It just blows the hide off that poor bear's butt, and there it goes again. But that's just a fraction of what's in that movie. There's just so much in it outside of that, with the dance scenes and the conversations in there where Roman's trying to tell John Candy or Chester how to start a fire. That's never going to light if you crumble it up. You got to twist it, elongate it like a log.
Yeah.
And there's just so many things like that that's in there.
I love the guy there when they're all at the bar and they're talking. They see the guy with the like skunk hairdo. Like, why why does the hairdo like that? And he's like, oh, this guy's been struck by lightning. Oh, how many times? And he's like, 66, oh, 6 times. Oh, 66.
66 times. Oh my God. And it shows him later on. He's walking home, and it's like the thunder's just like.
You see him running,
and he starts taking off running, and the lightning strikes him. That's the other background story that's happening, like just out there. You just see him like out walking.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I freaking love it. But of course, there's the love interest between the two teenagers, and the younger kid that kind of gets stuck with the two girls from The Shining. But they're just so much like he calls his preacher, I think his name's John. And he's like, John, he's like, I got a great opportunity to take 3 minutes and $25,000. He's like, hello? Damn, I lost cell phone. These cell phones don't get any signal out here. She's like, are you sure he didn't hang up on you? Why would he hang up on me? He's my pastor. Well, considering you've only went to his church one time. Oh, and my FOFR rating again it's a 10. It's just beautiful.
See, that's why I give it a 9.1.
Yeah, I mean, now that is a wholesome family movie.
Yes, it definitely is.
Like there is some of the cussing and stuff in it, but it's so negligible. I don't even think your kids would really notice it. Because you'll get stuck on John Candy's facial expressions.
Yeah. And it's just that classic comedy, too. I mean...
Yeah, it's that comedy that we've talked about that just isn't made anymore.
No, you don't see that. And that's one of my favorite parts, too, is they're out there grilling. And Dan Aykroyd's grilling, like, lobster tails. They're walking back inside, and he's talking. John Candy starts mimicking. Oh, yeah. He grabs, like, a hammer and like, going to bash his head in. He's like, yeah, puts it back down. Stuff like that was just, I love it.
Oh, yeah. Remember when they're racing go-karts and John Candy's over there with his kids and they're laughing and having a good time, and Roman's over there golfing, like on the driving range, and he's not really paying attention because he's envying the relationship that John Candy has with his kids.
Yep.
It's that golf ball and slices it into the tree, and everybody hits the deck. It goes over and hits John Candy right in the face of that go-kart.
Yeah.
Oh man. And then like they're just the wholesome moments of it. And remember he's having that talk with his son outside when they just bought the boat. Or rented the boat. He's like, come here, give me a hug. Dad, come on, man. I'm too old for a hug. He's like, you're never too old for a hug.
Yeah.
But like, it's just, there's those wholesome moments like that. And again, that's another actor that was taken far too early.
Yep.
And I mean, he passed away from health problems. I believe was it a heart attack?
Yeah, he had a heart attack.
Because like I said, he was a very large guy. And I'm not sure he lived the healthiest lifestyle. But yeah, he passed away from a heart attack. But absolute legend.
Yes, he's definitely got some classics.
Oh, I mean, and what's funny is a lot of his movies fit this genre that we're talking about.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, there's another movie that you'll probably end up reviewing that because in this segment, it's just planes, trains, and automobiles.
And that's an absolute classic.
It is. And then like he was Uncle Buck.
Yep.
Oh my God. Uncle Buck is best thing ever. And then like he was in The Ultimate, another one that I'll probably do, which that's National Lampoon's Vacation.
Yep.
The old one, not the new one.
Yeah.
New one was a little bit of a train wreck.
I kind of like the new one.
It wasn't bad, but it's not near.
Yeah.
Nowhere even near. Because remember, John Candy was the the security guard at Wally World.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, Clark. That's not a real. That's not a real gun. That's a BB gun. Yeah, but it could hurt you. What's it going to do, Clark? It could put an eye out. It would definitely break the skin. Yeah, you're not going to do anything with it. I will. I will. He shoots you with it. And he's like, "Oh, I told you to break the skin." Oh man, yeah, just awesome guy. I highly recommend any movie that he's in.
Yep.
If you go back and like I said, you're gonna hit movies in the '80s and the let's see, probably early '90s, right? He passed away in '90.
He passed away in 94.
Okay, yeah. So he was in some early '90s stuff, but just friggin' legend. So hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Know that we didn't disband this early because of misguided youth, and thinking Ben Affleck was the best Batman of the series. Them all existed.
I feel like Frank Opinions is hanging on the edge right now.
But hey, you never know. Robert Pattinson might take the #1 spot.
That's true. You never know.
You just don't. So you guys are definitely going to have to tune in as we review more and more of these movies, and give us your feedback. Let us know how we're doing. Like I said, we've actually surpassed 100 downloads, so thank everybody for that support.
Yep. Thank you.
And there's going to be a hot challenge video dropping real soon on Instagram or on YouTube with another little clip of it on Instagram to remind everybody. But Frank Opinions, as in myself and Tasker, take on a local challenge at a place called the Quaker Steak and Lube, which was the 6 wings of death. They actually call it the Eat the Heat.
Yeah, Eat the Heat
challenge, and it was the scorpion pepper extract and that freaking terrible one.
Yeah, the Capucin?
Capucin, Crapicin, whatever that is.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah, freaking every sauce that I've ever had that's had that extract in it tastes like straight ass.
Yeah.
Like, it's terrible. I feel like if you seen a cow take a fresh shit and you just went over there and ate it, that's what that pepper tastes like. Because it's freaking disgusting. And these wings was disgusting. But this video's around, I got it edited down. It's like 26 minutes, but I promise you, if you watch through the whole thing, you'll have some laughs.
Oh, yeah.
Right, so check that out. You can follow us on Instagram, Mustang Jackson 67 and Tasker 01, to get basically that's where you get the lowdown, the first drops. Everything's put on there first, and then to look for it on the other platforms.
Also, we got merchandise for Frank Opinions too out.
Yep, and
shirts,
it's pretty fire.
Hoodies.
So definitely check that out. That's on Tasker's page. He's heading that up. He's got the link to his store on his Instagram.
Yep, in my bio.
And are you linking it when we upload these to YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay, so the link will be on the videos on YouTube also. So, thank you guys. And until next time, I'm Adam.
And I'm Tasker. And that was Frank Opinions.
He's going to get the good parking spot.